I'm in shock that you were in shock about this.
Tamsin, I was in shock because I stopped, for my own mental health, I had to stop thinking about the Tonys. My job is to show up at the theater and tell a story and then go home.
And so this year you went home
And this year I went home and went to sleep, and I was like, I know it's happening tomorrow, but I'm gonna set my alarm for 9:45 and get up and make my coffee and then leisurely go over to my phone. And I picked up my phone and there were 60 missed messages.
Oh my God.
So I was like, oh, I guess something happened. But it was because last year with Here Lies Love, people were telling me, and I made the mistake of listening to friends, people at the stage door, people that would send fan mail, like that I was gonna get nominated, and it's a little heartbreaking when you think too much about it.
Yeah.
So this year I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna show up.
So after you read one of, or 20 or 60 messages, how'd you feel?
I felt great. I felt great. But the great thing is I feel like I've been able to stay in the middle of, because this industry, especially around things like this, can have super highs and super lows. And I've been so thankful and surprised that I've just been able to stay in the middle of it all, like stay centered and balanced. And that's been so nice.
Let's talk about the show and your role in particular. Can you explain it to people who may have not seen the show?
Yeah.
And shame on them.
Well, you keep getting more opportunities to see it because we keep extending. So I'm playing Mary's husband in Oh, Mary. And we all know who Mary's husband is. It's a madcap, unexpected show. And I never thought I would be playing Abraham Lincoln. I mean, literally 4 weeks after we closed Here Lies Love, I started rehearsal for Oh, Mary.
I didn't know that. So you knew all along. How long in did you know you were going to be doing it?
When we got our closing notice, Sam, the director, who was the choreographer on the show Soft Power that I did, called me up and was like, I hear your show's closing, I'm so sorry, but would you want to come in and read with Cole? And I'd been a fan of Cole's since their YouTube videos and one-person shows at Joe's Pub. So I was like, yes, I love Cole's comedy.
Are you having an incredible time every night, day and night?
Yeah, it is one of the most maddening things to try to contain Cole Escola's Mary Todd Lincoln every single night, because she is so wild. Investing in that, the reality of, I've got to try to get this crazy wild animal to behave.
Right.
And then accepting the fact that I fail, but then showing up at the theater the next day and being like, I'm gonna do it tonight. No, I'm gonna make her, I'm gonna get her under control tonight. Tonight's the night that I'm gonna win. Just losing constantly.
Right.
Yeah.
You keep coming back.
Keep coming back, and it's such a nice thing. I don't get to laugh myself, but to know that I'm giving that laughter every night to an audience at a time where there's not a lot to laugh about feels so great right now.
You have done such a variety. What is this like, a comedic role like this?
Oh, it feels like I'm getting to explore parts of myself and my craft that I've never been able to explore before. Laughter is such a funny thing because it's an involuntary response that an audience has. So, it's different from doing, like I did Here Lies Love, which, is a big party and then was a tragedy by the end of the show. And to now be feeling the feedback every, in Oh, Mary, it's very often that the audience is just dying with laughter. And so to be feeling that feedback constantly is a really cool thing to feel, and then also negotiate performance-wise and being like, okay, it peaks and then I come in with my next line so that there's allowing time for laughter, and then allowing time to keep moving.
How quickly you do that.
Yeah.
Like how quickly do you, I always wonder about that, because it's like you're starting the line while that laughter is coming to wherever it is.
Yeah.
And you don't want to cut off your line, right?
No, yeah. Well,
It's really a dance.
Yeah, and there are different species of laughter, I've learned.
What does that mean?
Well, because so there's laughter that is like the huge like belly laughs from something. There are moments in the show where people, before they laugh, they go, and then there are other moments of suspense that I can think about in the show where it's like, where the audience is like, it's like if you're playing peekaboo with a baby and the baby's like, and then you go, ah, and then the baby goes, ah, but like learning those little like
Right.
So it's like, yeah.
That you're hearing all that and you're so aware of it, I think is just beautiful.
Well, it's taught me a lot.
Yeah.
That there is no one way to laugh. There's just an infinite ways of laughing, and we get to hear it every night in the audience. It's so cool.